Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel on what is a really chilly Georgia day. It's December 30th, 2023, and we can't seem to get out of the 40s recently, and it's kind of put a damper on working on the van. But today we're going to work on it. Something I've been wanting to do for a while is we are going to take out the factory floor, which is actually a really nice piece. It's kind of slick, but very durable. I've really been impressed. This is one area that they didn't kind of go chintzy on, so it's pretty nice. I think I counted. There's about 12 good size Torx that need to come out. There's a little trim piece here that needs to come out, and there seems to be a separation right up there. I'll be curious to see if it comes apart there. I saw one guy do this on YouTube, and it didn't come apart there, so we'll find out. Once we get that floor out, we're going to inspect the steel floor for any rust or anything like that, and then we're going to get out the sander, kind of rough it up, and then we're going to put down a protectant coating in order to do long-term rust proofing, or just to keep it safe. And then we'll talk about the flooring that we're going to use that's going to go down. So, going to start off. Let's get these Torx out. Let's see how easy this thing comes out. The little Torx right here holding this trim piece in are a T20, and then the big Torx bolts that have these tie down points, that's a T45. So let's get started. Cue fast forward. Little spacers here. That'll be fun getting those realigned. All right, looks like they're all out. Kind of clean up here. Oh, it's like Velcroed in too. So there's these big spacers in the middle. I'm not sure how you can see that. That's a good, get up there. They're a good inch thicker. So sorry, I'm trying to show it to you here. I can't get it out. Anyway, they're about an inch thick. And on the side, they're just about like that. I got to move some stuff out of the way. Like I was afraid of, this thing is heavy and kind of unwieldy. Let's see if I can get it. And again, as I saw before also, the seam up there, I don't know if you can see the seam right there. It's not separating from there, which would help out a lot because the thing is big. Let me try it up there first. All right. Got Kim out here giving me a hand. So it did separate at that seam. Well, that was definitely a two-person job. That flooring is unwieldy and quite heavy. Now, looking in here, this does not look bad at all. I have seen some folks do this with older rigs where there's quite a bit of rust. And you can see evidence of water intrusion. Oh! Yay, there's that drill bit I lost, and that screw. I also found a quarter, so, I got that going for me, which is nice. But if you look at it, it is in really good condition, obviously just really dirty. So I feel pretty good about this. Looks like, yeah, no, kind of looks like rust, but it's not. So I don't see any hint at all, and we're going to keep it that way. We're going to clean this thing out. We are going to rough it up. Will this come up? Yep. Interesting that they put Velcro around the perimeter of it. So let's clean this up. We're going to rough it up in order to have our have good adhesion for what we're going to put down, and then I'll share with you what we're going to put down here in order to keep the rust at a minimum. Where do these dirt clods come from? Weird. I don't get it. Like, there's literally like dirt clods in here. Let's just get this out of here. Get out of here. Look, another dirt clod right here. So bizarre. Where's that come from? All right. Before I start roughing up the surface, I want to talk about what I'm going to be putting down in order to keep water and rusted bay, and that is Herculiner. I've been using Herculiner for 25 years. It seems like as soon as it came out. Back then when I had international scouts and pickups, and I would, I'm cheap, so I never paid for Rhino lining or Line-X or any of that stuff. But I've always liked this. Whenever I had some left over after doing like the interior of a truck or whatever like that, I would line my tool chest with it on the bottom and on the outside, and I found it to be super durable. I just really like it, and it's fairly affordable compared to a lot of the other options, and I know it works well, so I'm gonna go with this. I'm not gonna go crazy with roughing up this surface. If this was the back of a pickup truck that was gonna have, you know, things being scraped along it or impacted or carrying small children with claws, I might worry about really prepping the surface really well. But since we're just really using this as a anti-rust or anti-water type membrane, basically, I'm just going to do a quick and dirty, because we're going to be putting that floor right back on top of it. But up towards the front, I saw a little more of surface rust just kind of starting, so I'm glad we're doing this, and this will help again keep kind of keep that at bay. So let me get my sander, and we'll start roughing this thing up, and we'll start putting her down. All right, so I tried to knock down as much of the gloss as I could. I could spend another 2 hours on it and it still wouldn't be perfect, so I'm just going to call it good, okay? Probably as important as sanding that down, in my experience with this stuff, is cleaning the surface afterwards properly. Herculiner says either xylene or acetone. I just found acetone, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. I am going to take my time doing this and getting in, cleaning the surface as much as possible. Then I'm going to, once that's all dried, and luckily acetone flashes off pretty quick, I'll start at the front with the Herculiner, going to just pour it out, work my way back, also kind of go up, you know, a couple inches around each edge as well, until I reach here, and I hope I have enough. Herculiner wants you to do 2 coats, but once again, I think that's in that would be in the back of a pickup bed, that, you know, where you're hauling rock and cinder blocks and stuff. We'll see how much I have left over, and if I do have some left over, then I'll wait till tomorrow, then I'll do another coat maybe. But anyway, let's go and start cleaning this thing up. Alrighty, I feel like the floor is prepared enough to lay down the Herculiner. This is one of those projects where I could put forth 100% more effort, but only get out 10% more of an outcome out of it. So time is money. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay this down, and I feel confident that it's going to be fine. Again, it's going to be underneath the other flooring, and I've used this stuff for a long time, and I trust in it a lot. So we need to stir this thing up, and then we're going to start up there and start laying it down all the way down to here. All right, let's go. All right, everybody, we're done. It's definitely kind of thick in some places. You can see where it's kind of pooled in between the ridges. I guess that's to be expected. This kind of stuff really does self-level. Take it around the other side. Done. Is it perfect? No. Does it need to be? No. It's a heck of a lot better than it was, and I will feel a lot more confident that water is really not going to be an issue if it gets into the floor. More stuff to do regarding that, but that's at a future date. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know if you did something similar, if you've got a van and you've done this, if you just did normal paint, or if you did some kind of a polyurethane thing like the Herculiner is. We appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.